Welcome to Project Purple Sports. I'm Zach Gerstner, and I'm here along with.
Dino Varelli. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We're back up at Seymour High School, where the Seymour Wildcats at 5-3 take on the visiting Crosby Bulldogs, who come in to the Seymour Wildcat Gym at 2-4. Zach, having lost a couple of big games against some state-ranked teams and some top-ranked teams here in the NBL early season, coming off losses to Holy Cross and Torrington. Torrington most recent. So we're going to pause here for the playing of the national anthem, and then we'll come back to you.
And now, for your Seymour.
Senior captain, Robbie Carfiello, number 2.
Senior captain, number 10, Joey Carviello.
Senior captain number 4, Shane White. Nobody in practice could guard me.
Logan Hamilton, number 0, senior. Shane cannot guard me.
I'm Brandon Cowers, number 5, senior.
Joe Carfiello, head coach of the Seymour Wildcats. This is my 22nd year as the varsity coach.
And those were your starting five for your Seymour Wildcats. We're here, and Dino wants to give a brief message about who Project Purple is and why we do what we do.
So Project Purple is a Seymour-based charity that provides financial aid and hope to patients battling pancreatic cancer. Project Purple supports patients battling this disease through patient financial aid and nutrition assistance programs. We also raise funds for critical research for early detection and treatment of pancreatic cancer. To learn more about Project Purple, visit our website at www.projectpurple.org. We're excited to be back here up in Seymour. Project Purple Sports has been an initiative over the last year to raise awareness and support high school athletes in and out of Connecticut. And we've got a great tip-off tonight between Crosby and Seymour. Crosby's coming off some losses, as we mentioned, but played some top-notch talent. The starters for Crosby, Nevin Kinsley, C.J. McCray, Raheem Anderson, Coslin Washington, and Jeremiah Watson. Crosby holds the tap over to Washington, drives. Seymour ball, Zach.
Yeah, that's a good start for them that they didn't grab the rebound, but they didn't give up a second chance rebound.
So Crosby likes to press full court, Zach. So as we see, they're in their full court press. Let's see how Seymour reacts here.
They're in a full man-to-man press, which should allow this plays into Seymour's favor actually with how they run their offense.
Man to man, straight up for Crosby. That's a
They
weird.
got Joey on a
Shane White on a moving screen, I guess. Wow, that's
Really?
weird.
Huh.
All right. A lot of contact there. I don't know what. I didn't see it, Shane. Zach, we don't have replay either.
Not yet.
Not yet. So Seymour in a 2-1-2 press. Tip by White. It's going to stay Crosby ball. So, Zach, we were saying before the telecast, so Crosby, 2 of their losses have been here in the NVL. 2 have been to state-ranked teams. New London at the time was ranked, as well as Kobe Cathedral. Deep 3.
They're going to need to rebound the basketball,
Raheem Anderson.
Whereas it's going to be a long one for Seymour.
Yeah, they got a box out. This was part of their woes on Tuesday night with WCA. First foul on Nevin Kinsley. So as we were saying, Crosby comes in 2 and 4. Top scorers, Nevin Kinsley at 17 a game, Zach. So that's his first foul. Seymour trying to get their offense going here, Zach. Hamilton.
I think it'll be on the floor.
C.J. McCray. So historic program in Crosby, Zach, here in the NVL. A couple players have come through, played Division I, player 2 in the NBA. That turnover there by Robbie Carfiello.
It's a very slow start for both teams, I mean,
Yeah.
it's kind of weird to say with how Seymour plays fast pace, and Crosby's a team that'll go right at you too. So
Nice steal there by Calabrese. Carfiello picks it up.
he loses it quickly, and here comes Crosby down the other way. They'll pull out and set up their offense. They're a very quick team, The 3 will go down.
Jeremiah Watson, sophomore.
Well, there's a little pace pickup there for us.
5-0. Crosby here early.
And there's
First
Joey.
2.
Yeah, Joey will get Seymour on the board. That's uncharacteristic for Seymour, taking 2 minutes to get some points up.
Nice rebound by White.
Yeah, they kind of threw Joey to the floor there. Refs didn't see that.
Nice pass there to Calabrese.
You got to take that if you're Calabrese.
Hamilton with the drive.
I know it ended up in points there, but if you're Calabrese, you got to show that you're a threat to shoot the basketball. That'll be a reach and foul on Joey. But we saw in that WCA game, no floor spacing offensively for Seymour. which ended up making it very easy for WCA to defend their offense. They just kind of stayed home, stayed in the paint, and they clogged everything up, and Seymour wasn't able to drive to the basket.
So Calabrese replaced by senior Jake George, who was their starter to begin the season in the middle. Hopefully give him some defensive pressure on the inside.
At least rebounding. That's what they need right now. They've had a lack of rebounding defensively recently, as there's be a three on the way. Won't go. And
Box out. Yeah, that's a good call there. Carfiello had that box out, but the top official making that call. That foul was on 10. Wow. That's a big foul. Nevin Kinsley with his second. He's their leading scorer for Crosby, Zach, so he's got 2 early fouls. If I'm Seymour, I think you go after him.
I would start running some pick and rolls here and take to the basket. And Robbie just went ahead, and now here comes the counterattack for Crosby. Goes right at Carfiello. Can't get it to go. Second chance point is good.
Washington, the junior, with an easy putback off the rebound, Zach. So 7-4 early here at Crosby, but we're starting to see a pattern here with rebounds. Crosby taking advantage of second half points.
Yeah, that's why they put Jake George in to get a body on someone and just hopefully control the defensive glass.
Players standing around. It's going to be an and one.
Yeah, I was a little non-emphatic there. I thought that was going to be a charge going the other way.
So Joey Carfiello to the line. Foul is on number 4, Raheem Anderson, senior. Big guy in the middle. So Carfiello to the line to make it a tie game here early in the first quarter. Makes it a 7-7 game.
Seymour's very high up right now. I don't.
Way off the mark, but rebound. Anderson with an easy putback, Zach. Seymour's got to box out, man.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be
turnover by
stolen. He just took his lunch money.
More rebounds. Hamilton with the rebound finally.
Oh, everyone's going down.
Refs are letting him play, Zach. We saw this the other night. Carfiello makes it a 9-9 game, Jack.
Yeah, it's a very chaotic game, to say the least, and that'll be a foul. That'll be Shane's first.
He's grabbing his shoulder. That's not a good sign. That's White's second foul, but he's grabbing his shoulder, Zach. Looks like they're going to sub him out.
I think he's saying that he was okay, or at least he was trying to stay in.
So number 3, Jeremiah Watson, the shoot 2 here. Cool. Seymour unable to secure the rebound, Zach.
Yeah, they've been, I mean, that's been the main issue recently for them. Is they haven't been able to get any defensive rebounding, allowing a ton of second chance points, and then offensively, they have no floor spacing.
Watson makes the second. 10-9 Crosby.
No, I don't know why we haven't seen any screen and roll action. There's a lot of off-ball screens, but no one's getting open. It's Joey will try a 3.
Ant Cortella in for Seymour for Shane White. Went out with maybe a stinger, Zach. Looks like he's okay there. Another rebound by Crosby. Carfiello had a hand on it. Cortella challenges. Puts a hand on it. Joey Carfiello has it. Ball's loose. Possession is going to stay with Seymour. Looks like we're going to get another sub here for Seymour. Brandon Calabrese into the game. He's going to replace Logan Hamilton. White seems to be moving his shoulder there okay.
Yeah, I think he just got caught awkwardly. It's a good sign for Seymour, though, as he had a shoulder injury earlier in the season.
Carfiello over to Cortella. Back to Carfiello. Zach, the offense here is kind of stalled for Seymour, and I can see Kinsley motioning to the bench to get the players. He's probably the one person that should not be as aggressive on defense. Carfiello.
I mean, it's just very stagnant. There's no movement whatsoever. And they're in a man defense, which this favors Seymour's offense, especially with the two Carfiellos playing off each other, attacking the basket. You do have a shooter in Calabrese on the floor. The block by Jake George. And he gives up the foul.
I like that foul, though, Zach.
I do too.
That's what you want from your bench. Come in, give you some energy, nice block. But unfortunately, the second one was a foul.
Yeah, you can't take him home. I always say that.
So Coach Carfiello here going to his bench early.
This makes sense. They can't rebound the basketball. You need to put some size in there. At least send a message to Crosby that you're not going to give up rebounds the entire game, because that'll be tied up now.
Anderson makes the first of the two, 11-11 game. So George replaced by Ethan Placencia, senior. Looks like we're going to get a couple substitutions here for Crosby. Anderson makes the second. So it looks like Jermaine Jackson and number 13, Julian Benjamin, into the game. Excuse me, 13, Jermaine Jackson and Julian Benjamin, number 1, into the game. A freshman into the game for Crosby.
They're not starting their clock. They didn't start the clock. Yep. So yeah, I didn't start our clock because they didn't start their clock. Maybe I should go do their score table too.
We just need a master switch, Zach.
Yeah.
So for those watching at home, you have the luxury of seeing the score and the clock.
And fouls as well.
Joey Carfiello drives, hangs, delivers.
I was just about to say, why wouldn't you wait for the screen? He made it work there, but no one's going to want to get screened by Ethan Placencia. A couple of times that comes through, you'll be able to go right by your man.
Carfiello with 11, Zach.
Yeah.
And 1 there. Basket's good. That's going to be Placencia, his first. But the basket is good for Jermaine Jackson.
They'll actually put Crosby in the bonus for the rest of the first quarter. It's a very physical game.
9 fouls, Zach, already between the two teams. Both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul for Crosby. Off the mark, but Crosby able to rebound. Washington got in there. It's going to be the second on Placencia.
Oh, shoot 2. Well, yeah, right? It's 2 now? It's not 1 and 1?
2 shots, yeah. Actually, that's on first on Ant Cortella.
Well, I mean, if they're not going to make their free throws, I'd foul them too. Now you just need to box out, secure rebound.
Washington was way off the mark on that one, Zach. Little miscommunication there. Unforced turnover. Hamilton.
Seymour had too many of those last game against WCA. So they got to try to minimize them in this game.
Off the mark, Placencia with the rebound. Joey Carfiello drives. Nice look to Placencia.
Go up strong.
So Crosby with a sophomore and a freshman here in the backcourt, Zach. Let's see if Seymour can take advantage of this.
That was
Lot of. They
uh,
called a foul on that one, Zach.
I think he moved his feet before he got fouled.
It's on Joey Carfiello. His second.
That's
didn't
not a
see
good
that.
sign. That's not a good sign for Seymour at all. He has 11 of your 13 points here in the first quarter.
I think Coach Carfiello has an argument. He wasn't even in the area though, Zach.
Yeah.
That was a lot of steps by Raquem Anderson here, shooting 2. Crosby.
If you look at some of those games Crosby lost by 10, you can maybe see why, as they missed 5 free throws here in this first quarter.
So Kinsley back into the game. It's Kinsey. I said Kinsley. I apologize. Miss again. Hamilton with the rebound. Hamilton brings it up. Over to Robbie.
Whoa.
It was a kick ball there.
No, it bounced off a knee and then hit the back of the scoreboard, backboard. And Carfiello would get to Robbie, that is.
Baseline for Crosby, nowhere to go. Kinsey, deep 3. Cortella has it. Nice job there.
I think that'll stay with Crosby, though. Yeah.
10 seconds, but like the effort.
You do, because they haven't been able to rebound defensively.
Freshman just throws it up. Kinsey gets it. Oh, Cortella, another foul. And Cortella, he got him.
Yeah, he did, but he got bailed out that he missed the layup.
Anderson, the ball just...
I know, and I think Anderson's made one of his free throws, but he left the other 3 on the line. So, if you're Seymour, that's not a bad foul.
It's 1 for 5.
Yeah, they haven't been able to hurt you. I know you don't want to just continue to foul, but if they're not going to hurt you and you have bench guys, you'll be able to kind of minimize the second chance points.
So in for Seymour, Nicholas Krashenko into the game. Looks like he jumped. Crosby jumped, so that's a lane violation by Washington. He's trying to say it's off the release. That's the NBA, Zach.
There's some, I know, but there's some at least energy from Seymour fans now. It's been very quiet so far.
Yeah.
You would think Seymour was down 30.
There's going to be a hold.
They'll be shooting 2. No?
Oh, so now we're going to be shooting 2. That foul's on number 1.
That's just not a good foul.
So Julian Benjamin picks up his first. Logan Hamilton to go to the line, Zach. So Seymour here up 15-14 with 3 seconds to go. Almost 4 seconds to go. Poor foul by the freshman, Julian Benjamin, with a hold on the inbounds play, excuse me. Hamilton misses the first. Misses the second. Gets it back. Throws it up. So Seymour goes to the end of the quarter. 15-14, 1-point lead. Zach, the story though.
Joey Carfiello with 11 of their 15 points, Dino.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what we saw against the WCA on Tuesday. Carfiello, same story, 11 points in the first half. I think Seymour was actually leading going into the second quarter. It was at least down 4 or something. It was not much. You're going to need scoring from somewhere else on the court. It's going to need to be whoever will step up and add points. I mean, I know we always talk about how they have 4 players that average double-digit points between, besides Joey, his brother Robbie, uh, Shane White, and then Logan Hamilton. You're going to need to see some offense from those guys, as well as Calabrese. When he's on the court, he needs to be ready to shoot the 3 ball and create some sort of floor spacing. Because Seymour's offense is so compact. There's no spacing whatsoever, and no one even looks to be a threat to shoot the 3, which in a game like this where you're having struggling to rebound the ball defensively and offensively, you're going to need some sort of shooting to keep you in the game.
Coach Augelli here, who's the head coach for Crosby, who's a legend in the Waterbury hoop scene. The court at Crosby is named after him. There's a complaint here. I don't know. I think he's talking about the jump ball situation and who has possession here. I think he's not happy that I think they were showing Seymour, but it is Crosby ball. Looks like it's gonna be white ball. White ball. Yeah. Yeah, there was a miscommunication here with the jump ball arrow. So we'll start the second quarter. Seymour 15, Crosby 14. Crosby hasn't been able to make any free throws though, Zach.
They haven't. I mean, Seymour hasn't either. I think Joey made one, but that was about it.
Carfiello with the fade. Nice block there by Robbie Carfiello. Told Kinsey, not in this house. Deep 3, off the mark. Nice box out there by Hamilton, but
Yeah,
Kinsey
but
able.
there's no one else there rebounding with them.
Kind of wild play here, Zach. Who's that going to be on? 0. Okay, so Hamilton picks up his first. I was going to say, you got 2 players there between White and Joey Carfiello with 2 fouls.
And you had the smallest player on the court being the only one to box out. I mean, what does that say? Is there's a defensive lap, and that'll be a foul on Robbie Carfiello. It's just, I don't know where the Seymour defense is that we saw early in the season, because this is not the same defensive team. I don't know what's going on if they're not all on the same page, but they're sleeping out there.
CJ McCray to shoot 2. Another miss for Crosby. McCray makes the second, finally. His first points of the night. Anderson's going to pick up a foul.
I call that a phantom foul, But I do like Calabrese showing that he will shoot the 3, because then you actually have to guard him. Because I think the only players to shoot the ball, up until that point for Calabrese, was Joey, Robbie, and Logan.
Correct. So Joey Carfiello misses the first. Makes the second. So 2 for 3 from the line. His first points of the quarter. Makes it 16-15. Deep 3. Off the mark, Calabrese with the rebound. Zach, nice move by Carfiello. Off the mark, though. Kinsley pulls, rebound. Crosby rebound. Good box out, but just gotta get the ball, Zach.
Yeah, well, the issue is when someone's boxing out, they're taking the other man out of the play, but everyone else is looking to run instead of grabbing the rebound, which has been what we've seen a lot of here.
George in to replace Calabrese. Anderson with it. Watson with the
steal.
turnover. Hangs.
A great move, great control in the air there by Joey to be able to wait for the defender to blow by and then finish the layup.
18-15 Seymour. Kinsley, deep three.
And that'll quiet Seymour's crowd really quick.
His first points of the game. He's an 18 points a game.
Gotta let it fly. Thank you. Finally, someone shoots a three and makes it for Seymour. That'll start to open up the court offensively.
Shane White Jr. with his first points. Nice defensive play there by White to get around Washington. Zach.
They're starting to wake up a little bit, Dino. Starting to wake up.
So Crosby to inbound. Kinsey with it again. He might be hot, Zach. No, box out. Where's the box out? Watson with the easy putback. Someone missed their assignment.
Move it. There's an open man. Good cut. Good cut. Now they're playing basketball, Dino. Now they're playing basketball. Offensively, the floor is open. They just need to start rebounding the ball defensively, and they can start to run away with this one.
Kinsey with a drive off the mark. White with the rebound. They got numbers. Got him. Had him.
Good offensive rebound. That's
the refs are letting them play, Zach.
yeah, they are.
Good call there by Carfiello.
Yeah, but as soon as he got the outlet pass, there was numbers up ahead.
So 22-20 here as Seymour takes a timeout, 4:42. Looks like we're going to have some substitutions on both sides. Julian Benjamin in for Crosby. So Crosby, as we said, led by Kinsey, 17 a game. Anderson with 11. McCray with 12. Washington with 10. And then Watson, sophomore, with 9.2 per game. So pretty much all five starters average about 10 points a game, Zach. And I know we've got some stats that we'll share later with the Seymour team in terms of their scoring average. But
yeah, it seems like, I mean, they have went to their bench a little bit, Crosby, but it seems like they don't get much production from their bench, whereas we've seen with some of these other teams like WCA, that was a team where they were deep into their bench, Dino. Deep into their bench.
They play about 9 to 10 guys that actually can produce. So in for Seymour, Ant Cretella replaces Shane White. Hopefully that shoulder's still not bothering him. Carfiello brings it up all the way for Robbie Carfiello.
Good take.
Good recognized by Carfiello.
Yeah, they have more energy now, Seymour.
Just got to get stopped, Zach.
Yeah, and they can't allow him to fall asleep and let a backdoor cut come across the baseline. That's
Jackson.
Yeah, that's the second or third time that's happened, Dino.
Hamilton drives. He picks up two. You know, what I'd love to see more with Seymour is as that second defender comes, they find the open guy. Because if you watch, Crosby's trying to jump, right? There you go. See, exactly. They must have heard me. Good shot by Hamilton. Nice rebound by Cretella.
Swing it. There you go. And then take it. Why not? There we go, Robbie. Doesn't look good. Well, just like that, Crosby inches back closer. And they already get Shane back into the game. You can't have two guys posting up on the high post. Joey will not get the roll.
Jake George had a hand on that. Crosby doesn't seem to have an offense, Zach. It's almost like the guy at the top, they roll, penetrate, and then they try to penetrate. That's a travel. So Calabrese and White back into the game, replacing Joey Carfiello and Jake George. So where's the offense going to come here for Seymour, Zach? 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, clinging to a 1-point lead.
I'd say from 0, 4, and 2. That would be the numbers if I was at the roulette table I'd bet on right now.
White
Let it fly. Why not?
Good look by White, but just off the mark.
I like that Seymour's showing that they will take those threes when they have the space because they're going to have to force Crosby to close out.
Kinsey, turnover. He's looking, he thought maybe White, he thought he got a foul, something there. Cortella inbounds it to Robbie Carfiello. Not really full court pressure here, Zach. It's almost like nice drive by Hamilton.
Good
Recognize, take the freshman. Need the smaller freshman on it.
Especially if you can build up a head of steam out at the three-point line, Dino, you're going to get right to the paint every time. See, they need to drop, and then Calabrese, good job recognizing that.
Double, there you go. Oh, there you go. Good job there. Hamilton with the steal, but really spurred by Carfiello. Dish, there you go. Calabrese, one time. Look good. Cortella with it, had a hand on it, gets on it. Good hustle there by Seymour.
I think it'll stay with Seymour. No, it won't. It'll be Crosby.
Zach, I like it though.
I do.
I like the sub here.
I do as well, and they've been having energy in spurts, Seymour. They got to find a way to continue to get through a full quarter with all that energy they've been playing with in this last minute.
Placencia in for White, so added size here. Kinsey with a deep three. He can shoot it, Zach.
Yeah,
that's his second three of the quarter.
Oh, never mind. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
okay.
I'll tie it up.
Yeah, I'm following their scoreboard, and I'm like, thought I did it wrong.
So if you're Seymour here, I'd really love to see this ball move around, Zach.
I would like to see a high screen and roll here, and then, well, you have the shooters out there. You can get Placencia to set a screen. His coach wanted a push off there.
A lot of contact here, Zach. Placencia had a hand on it.
I mean, we had 9 fouls in that first quarter, only 3 called here in the second quarter.
Kinsey with it. Dishes. Calabrese with the rebound.
Oh, it was almost a backcourt. He was lucky that was knocked away. That was almost a backcourt violation.
I think the ball was not over, Zach. The ball and the body have to be over.
Oh, it was close.
So substitution here. Nick Krashenko in for Ant Cortella. So 3 seniors, in the backcourt here. Carfiello. Nice screen. Get on the floor. Nice pass to Calabrese. That's who you want.
There you go. There you go.
Got to get a stop, though, Zach. Got to get a stop.
Get down, get your hands on your shorts, pull them up, lock in, and get a defensive stop here.
Baseline. Good foul. That's a good foul. That's a good foul. They're not in the bonus, so first foul on Nick Krashenko.
That'll turn off the shot clock, though.
Shot clock was off, so Jake George back in.
All right, never mind. Don't listen to me, guys.
I would have preferred the player to get all the way over to take the baseline away. Good job there by Robbie Carfiello. Logan Hamilton, his second. That was a good block by Robbie Carfiello, his second. So 12 seconds here. Looks like Coach Carfiello is going to bring in some substitutes for offense. Go offense, defense here, Zach.
Yeah, I like it. You got to make sure you box out here. You know Crosby hasn't made many free throws. Make sure you get a body on your man. Someone get the shooter. Grab the ball, and you have 12 seconds to get down the court. You have plenty of time in basketball.
And one, C.J. McCray here at the line makes the free throw. 10 seconds here, tie
Still got
game.
to move a little bit, though.
A lot of contact here. I like that move. And one. Just like we drew it up, Zach.
Yeah, that's not how I would have drew it up in the beginning of the play, but it works out in the end.
So Joey Carfiello, 2 for 3 from the line tonight to shoot one to make it a 3-point game with .5 left on the clock. Misses. Robbie throws it up. But good news here for Seymour. They go into the half with a 2-point lead here on the Crosby Bulldogs, a perennial powerhouse in the NVL, Zach. So not a lot of fouls in that quarter, but Seymour comes back, takes a 2-point lead here. So they extend. They had a 1-point lead going into that end of first quarter. So 32-30.
They doubled it, Tino.
Yes, they doubled it. They doubled it, Zach. So we'll be back to you here with about 2.5, 3 minutes to go in halftime with a synopsis of the first half.
Dino, you're muted. All right, we're good now. Sorry
We're
about that,
good.
guys. We had some
Technical
technical
difficulties.
difficulties coming out of the halftime here.
So Zach, Seymour up 32-30 here as we head into the third quarter. Crosby can't make a free throw. I think they missed about 9 free throws in that first half. Seymour adjustments to rebounding, hustle in that second quarter, which kept the lead. But Zach, let's talk a little bit about our sponsors here. So our first sponsor, New Balance. We're super excited here at Project Purple to work with New Balance. New Balance has been a great partner in our endurance program with all our run teams, our run walks, our CrossFit, our pickleball, and here with Project Purple Sports supporting our student athletes all across Connecticut and the region, and supporting us in our mission of bringing awareness of what our mission is with pancreatic cancer.
And then what about our local Connecticut sponsor? We just launched in 2024 a huge grant with Dino.
Hartford Healthcare. Thank you to Hartford Healthcare for their support of our mission in supporting early detection, screening, and surveillance here in the state of Connecticut for pancreatic cancer. So thank you to Hartford and New Balance for supporting Project Purple Sports. And we're back at it here to start the second half. Joey Carfiello to inbound for Seymour. Seymour ball here. Looks like same starters for both teams here, Zach. So let's see if Seymour can carry this momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what great pass, and that'll be a foul on the floor.
And Zach, I think that's 3 on Kinsey. Should be. Yep. That's third foul on leading scorer for Crosby, Nevin Kinsey. Coach Augielli doesn't look like he's phased at all, Zach. He's going to keep him in there.
Yeah, well, he averages 17 points a game for you. I wouldn't take him out either. Good ball movement into a corner 3 for Robbie. Off the mark. He'll grab his own rebound. Find Hamilton, who hoists a deep 3, and he gets it to go. Seymour up 5. I like that. I like when they'll show that they're willing to shoot the 3 ball. Make Crosby defend all levels.
So Seymour in their 3-2 matchup. Off the mark, but rebound there. Looks like that's going to be on Calabrese. That should be on Calabrese. Yeah. Calabrese is first. Basket's good for Washington.
He just didn't have the box out, didn't have the position.
Washington pushes that in. It looked like Zach. That did not look good. Makes it 35-33.
Doesn't need to look pretty if it goes in.
Joey Carfiello with it. He's got Kinsey on him, who has 3 fouls. I would actually go back to Carfiello and
They
just
do.
take, yeah. Gets the shooter's roll. Kinsey. Calabrese has it. Volleyball here. Hamilton gets it.
Hamilton's going to go right at him. Tough play by Hamilton.
Hamilton's got a quick 5 here in this quarter, Zach.
He did a great job, Dino, at going into the defender and keeping the ball away from him to make a nice, easy right-handed layup. Kinsley will try a 3 from the corner, won't get it to go. Hamilton almost is going the other way with it.
Nice job there defensively. Robbie Carfiello gets the rebound. Zach, I'm feeling the momentum here for Seymour.
Yeah, they're coming out with more energy. Joey will try a 3. I'm sure he would like that back if he could. And looks like Kinsey just mental lapse.
So substitution here. Number 11, we'll get his name in a second, for Crosby into the game, seeing his first action.
Hamilton will try a three.
Bang! He cannot miss, Dino. He's hot, Zach. He's a streaky player.
Well, I'm going right back to him.
Timeout. Crosby.
Well, they're led by Logan Hamilton here coming out of the third quarter. This is when Seymour's at its best. When they have multiple players that can score the basketball. Sure, they have players that go off and runs, but you can have a player go off for a run, and then if he gets a little bit cold, you have other players who can pick up the slack, which they did not have in the game Tuesday against WCA, as only 3 players scored any points for them.
Yeah, so Elijah Williams into the game for Crosby, number 11. And Seymour with the momentum here, up 9 early here in this game, Zach.
Well, they're looking more like the Seymour team that we saw the first few weeks of the season when they jumped out to that 3-0 or 4-0 record.
Elijah Williams, a senior here, doesn't play much, but in the game here for Crosby. So Seymour, long stride there by the big man, Anderson. He gets his first 2.
That was a good move.
White with Anderson on him. Head fake. Almost a turnover there, Zach. Washington on Calabrese, so Crosby with some size in the middle between Washington and Anderson. A little bit more length and size than Seymour. Not girth, but height. Yeah, I like this here, going to Carfiello to make
Let
it
it
happen.
fly.
A little long by White. Freshman Benjamin bringing it up. So Coach Augielli does get Kinsey on the bench. That's probably a good move. Anderson with it again. Box out. Calabrese. 2 players on him. Looks like Calabrese. Looks like Anderson bumped into Calabrese there, but no call by the refs. Zach, they're letting him play.
Ever since that first quarter, they haven't called a lot.
No. McCray on Carfiello. I think this is a mismatch here a little bit, Zach. Carfiello's a senior. McCray's only a sophomore.
Yeah, but he's been very physical defensively so far. Shane White will try a 3 and he'll connect.
White does not hesitate, Zach. He shot an air ball, and then he's got nerves of steel, man.
You need to have short memory when you play basketball.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, Zach.
Who is that? Wayne Gretzky, right?
Anderson. That's going to be on Carfiello, it looks like. That's only his third.
I think that is his third, no? Because remember, Coach Carfiello, I was yelling at the refs in the beginning of the game.
Looks like on White. White's third.
Oh, that doesn't help either. I mean, either of those players picking up their third foul this early into the third quarter isn't a good sign for Seymour.
So Anderson had his woes in the first half. Sorry about that, folks. Bleacher fans. So Anderson had his woes in the first half from the free throw line, but makes the first. Makes it a 9-point game, 45-36.
Actually, Kinsey's back in, with 3 fouls.
I didn't think they'd keep him on the bench. Anderson misses. White with the rebound. Contact there. I think White was not happy with the contact. Hamilton wide open. George with the rebound.
He got kneed in the head on the way down.
Yeah, I'm surprised how aggressive Kinsey is. Charging Anderson.
I love it.
And Zach, that's Anderson's third foul if my stats are right. So Kinsey and Anderson with 3 here with a lot of time left in this game, down 9 if you're Crosby. That's something to be concerned here, Zach, and see if that becomes an issue as this game carries on.
Good skip pass by Carfiello. Deep 2. In and out. I think they'll be
going to stay. It's going to stay here. It's on George. I didn't see that.
I didn't either, but
Augiello working the refs. I don't know what he's complaining about. He's pushed somehow.
I,
Maybe there's a
I
push.
saw him slip him a 20 in his pocket at halftime, Dino.
Hey now, hey now, hey now. Kinsley wanting it. If I'm Seymour, I think you attack this backcourt, man, because you got a freshman and a sophomore with a senior. Kinsley's, that's a tough three if he makes it. Rebound, Crosby, Washington, off the mark. Kinsley gets it.
Need to rebound the basketball, though.
Anderson, straight up, Carfiello. Easy two for Anderson. He's been the difference here, Zach, in the second half so far for Crosby.
He has, and they're starting to close the distance a little bit. Seymour needs to get some sort of offensive bucket here. Almost thrown away there by Carfiello.
I would attack. I like this here. You got to attack this team. You know, Crosby's usually the aggressor. Bad turnover there by Hamilton. Want that back. That's on Robbie Carfiello. His second. Bad turnover.
Yeah, they had that spacing going for them for a while, the Seymour offense, but on the past few possessions, they're kind of more jumbled up again, and they're kind of lacking that spacing, which they created by hitting some threes. And you would assume that if you stay spaced out, Crosby will close out because they made 3 or 4 threes this quarter.
Anderson.
Good move.
Euro. Good move by Anderson. He's really shown some toughness here early in the second half, keeping Crosby in this game. I would attack him, though, Zach. He's got the fouls.
He punches it away. You know, he doesn't care about those fouls.
Kinsley drives. Freshman. No one boxing him out. Gets his own rebound. Who's that going to be on? 2 shots. That's on 10. That's his third, Zach.
And now Crosby's in the bonus.
It's a lot of fouls for Crosby. I mean, against Seymour. So Julian Benjamin to shoot.
I was going to say, just when we thought we were going to see Seymour start to run away with it, here comes Crosby.
Benjamin makes the first. 4-point game. Calabrese and Placencia in to replace Carfiello and George. But Zach, Benjamin took a bad shot and got his own rebound. You can't let the shortest kid on the court get his own rebound.
I know. They didn't box out the shooter. He was the one who took the shot. He knows where his miss is going to be better than anyone.
So Anderson out of the game for Crosby. So Crosby a little bit small here. I would attack them. Hamilton wide open. Placencia had a hand on it. Washington brings it down, dribbling down the court, loses it. Stolen by Robbie Carfiello. Up to Calabrese. Nice pass to Placencia. Misses the layup. That's 2 bunnies that Placencia has missed, Zach.
Yeah.
Kinsey with it. Jump ball, looks like.
I think that'll stay. Yeah, the arrow flipped to Seymour's favor now, but that should stay for Crosby.
45-42, a minute 19 left here in this quarter, and kind of erratic play, Zach, here the last 3 minutes. For both teams.
It seems to favor Crosby, though.
5 seconds.
Count.
Coach Augielli not happy with that call, nor his assistant.
I don't think they're happy with Benjamin for not getting it into the guy standing at the top of the three-point line.
Freshman mistake there, Zach. Freshman mistake. This is where, again, I think the experience of Seymour's backcourt. Tough pass there by Carfiello. Turnover. And 1. Wow.
That's not the foul.
It's a tough one. That's his third.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much contact there, but there was just enough as you went by him to warrant the ref to blow his whistle.
So CJ McCray here to shoot one to tie the game. Misses. Joey Carfiello with the rebound over to White. That's a foul. 6-2 here, Zach. Foul. Hamilton.
It was like
A lot of contact there in the corner. That looked like a travel.
oh, White would get his ankle caught.
Excuse the language here. So that falls on, who's that foul on? 3. So Watson with his first foul.
They keep subbing out Kinsey for Anderson, so they at least have one of them on the court at all times.
Yeah, smart. Turnover again. CJ McCray. Benjamin had
That'll be going White, yeah.
So Seymour gets bailed out there after the turnover. So Kinsey into the game. Yeah, Benjamin's going to sit. I don't think Coach Augielli's happy with his performance here, Zach, in this last minute.
Not this quarter. He did give him some solid minutes, though, in the first half, especially with Kinsey in foul trouble.
Calabrese with it. So the intensity for Crosby has picked up, Zach. Nice pass there. That's going to be 4, though, on Anderson. He thought he had all ball.
I'm going to be honest. I agree with him. I think he did get all ball. And they're going to have to put Benjamin right back in. With Anderson picking up his 4th.
Crosby's going to get really small right now. You know, Zach, but the way the pace of play has been this quarter, you know, when you have those bang-bang plays and the refs are making these calls, you're going to get one of those calls. Carfiello makes the first. That's only his 3rd point of the quarter, Zach.
It looks like some smart substitutions there by Coach Carfiello to take off. I was going to say, but to take off Shane and Robbie to prevent them from picking up their 4th.
Another sub too. So White, Calabrese, Cortella, Krishenko, George in for the Wildcats. Crosby, Benjamin gets it, dribbling. Kinsey has it. I would watch Kinsey and McCray. McCray drives. Dipsy-do. Cortella had hander on it. McCray gets it back. Wow. George.
That was a tough layup. Tough break for Seymour there. Because you were looking to kind of go into that 4th quarter up 3. Now you're going to be looking at potentially a tie game.
Zach, do you go offense, defense here if you're Coach Carfiello?
I would not. I would just make sure you rebound. Because you don't need Robbie, Joey, or Shane.
He's going to put, you know Crosby's going to come full court. They're not going to take this possession off, so you want your best ball handler in there. That's the 3rd on Jake George. I mean, you do have 3 3-point shooters out there right now. I know we've seen Krishenko shoot the 3 before as well early in the season, but hasn't played much varsity of late. So CJ McCray trying to make it a tie game here. Makes the free throw. Tie game. Carfiello dribbles. Launches. Off the mark. So tie game here, Zach, in the Wildcat Gym. 47-47. The tale of lots of fouls in that quarter, Zach.
Yeah, it went back to kind of how the first quarter was getting called with a lot of fouls. And then if it's any pattern of what we've seen in that second quarter, this 4th quarter should be a free for all, Dino.
Strong quarter there by Logan Hamilton. Led the Wildcats with 8. in that quarter for Crosby. The big man in the middle, senior, center, Rakeem Anderson with 7. But, Kinsley in that second quarter, Zach, had, he's their leading scorer. I know we've mentioned his name a couple times. He had 2 quick threes and really hasn't done much since that, but has always been a threat. I mean, he took a couple shots there in that quarter, but as you said, you only miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So, as we come out of this fourth quarter tie game, you really got to know where the shooters are and where the scorers are for both teams.
Yeah, and if you're Seymour, once again, we started to see some defensive rebounding laps there. Not boxing out, or when they were boxing out, they were allowing the shooter to kind of walk right into the middle and pick up his miss. So if you're Seymour, you need to continue to space the floor offensively, as they started to have some silly turnovers when Crosby started to set up more of a trapping defense. And defensively, you need to box out and grab rebounds.
So Crosby with Anderson on the bench, so a little bit smaller. Carfiello drives, dishes. Calabrese thought about it.
He fumbled it, though.
Yeah. Robbie Carfiello drives, misses, jump ball.
Oh.
Nice job there by Joey Carfiello, but so let's see.
Crosby can go for its first lead here in a while. And
Kinsey with a deep 3. Zach, who did we say before the quarter started? Who do we got to watch here?
The scores: Kinsey, Anderson, Carfiello, and Hamilton.
White wide open. That's it. So Crosby coming to jump.
Let it fly.
Carfiello. No one there. Crosby able to secure the rebound. White with the miss. If you're Seymour, you got to get stops at. Every possession's critical here.
Yeah, you need to make sure you box out. When the shot goes up, find a man, put a body on him.
McCray wide open. Deep 3. Bunch of bodies there. That was almost Carfiello with it. Good save. Dropped him off.
What? That should have been a foul.
Woo. Coast to coast for Joey Carfiello.
I thought they were going to blow the whistle there. It almost seemed like too perfect not to blow it.
Zach, that's only his second basket of the second half here. Nice block there by Carfiello getting up. Rebound by White. Had it. White had the rebound. Hard to see from this angle what happened. Looks like maybe he slipped. Benjamin into the game, so Crosby's going to get really small here, Zach. He replaces Jeremiah Watson, so.
Well, they have the luxury of resting Anderson right now. Up 1.
So Coach Agielli must have a lot of faith in this freshman. Nice steal there by Pugliese. Good call there by Coach Carfiello to get the timeout. So nice job there by Brandon Calabrese to get the steal.
Yeah, while we have a second here, why don't we look at some of the upcoming games we got for Seymour? So next Friday is the 17th, right? Next Friday we'll be here as Seymour takes on Torrington. And then the following Friday will be the Project Purple Awareness Night game as Seymour takes on Wilby here at home. And then on the 27th, it will be Seymour taking on Gilbert. And then on February 13th, it'll be Seymour Boys Wildcats Senior Night as they take on Kenning.
And Zach, we want to make sure that people subscribe to Project Purple Sports to stay up to date on all things Project Purple Sports here in the wintertime. We've got a big week next week with a big basketball game down at University of Bridgeport. We've got 2 Titans in boys basketball here in the state of Connecticut. Number 2 ranked Notre Dame Prep takes on Colby Cathedral. I believe Colby's number 10 in
I
the state.
thought they were number 7 last
It
time I
might be
looked.
7. Thank you, Zach, for correcting me. So 2 versus 7
And
coming to you live.
we had the luxury of seeing some of their practices, and those are some good teams, Dino. Good teams.
Nice job there moving the ball. White with a deep 3 off the mark. White just hasn't found his rhythm. Kinsey with it over to McCray. Crosby a little, looks like they're overloading one side, Zach. They're trying to get the ball over to the one side to try to get that flex cut. McCray with it.
I'm trying to watch. They're kind of playing a lot.
Kinsey with a deep 3, but nice box out there by White, but unable. Washington gets it. Steal by Joey Carfiello. Up to White. Benjamin fakes. You know, if you're Crosby, you got to be careful here because the way that they play, smart play there by Carfiello. That foul's going to be on Washington.
That's
only
foul.
his first.
But that's also the first foul this quarter. We're 3 minutes in. We had how many? Like 10 last time or last quarter?
Coach Augielli screaming from across the court. I think our mics could pick him up. But I think he was unhappy with that foul, Zach. That did not look good from Carfiello. Came off. Anderson back into the game. He replaces Jackson. So Crosby back with their size advantage here with both Washington and Anderson. Anderson was a problem there in that third quarter, Zach.
He was.
Carfiello makes the second.
We're all tied up again at 50. There's only been 6 points scored in 3 minutes of play.
So Zach, Crosby, I believe, averages about 67 points a game. Ooh, turnover there. That was almost a charge there by Anderson. I think he...
That's why he held up and tried to pass the ball off.
He thought that whistle was coming, Zach.
He has to be very careful with 4 fouls here. I'm going right at, give it to Joey, let him go right at him. You want to get him out of the game sooner rather than later.
You got Calabrese in the corner. That could be on Kinsey. That might be his fourth. Oh, they got Benjamin. That's his second. Kinsey was lucky there. That would have been his fourth, but they gave the foul to Benjamin. I guess you could have made your take your pick there, Zach.
Yeah, it was a tough trap. Hamilton splits the lane, goes right at Anderson, and that's what you have to do. Anderson is not going to foul. He's going to put his hands up, but that's about it.
I like that play by Hamilton. 52-50. Seymour, Coach Augielli takes a timeout. So, Zach, tough play there by Hamilton, but gets the floater. Hamilton's had a good second half here with a total of 8 points to lead Seymour. I mean, offensively, you know, both teams had it was 32-30 at halftime, and here we are with 4 minutes to go, and we're sitting at 50 points, 52-50. So it's been a defensive effort here in the second half. Hopefully both coaches preach that in the halftime to both teams, tell them they got to clamp down on defense. I know Seymour's done a very good job boxing out the second half, which probably led to, 10 of Crosby's easy buckets in that first half.
Yeah, I think if you're Seymour, biggest thing, make sure you're boxing out here, and I would go right at Anderson as soon as you get the ball offensively.
So Seymour on a man-to-man, Zach.
Yes, I would stick with that as well, because then Anderson with a tough layup there. I'm going right at Anderson offensively. You need to get him out of the game. You need to have him pick up his fifth, and he's not going to defend as hard as he was earlier in the game.
Yeah. 10 seconds. 10-second violation.
I think they're switching back to the 3-2 defense here. Just heard Coach Carfiello call out 32.
Kinsley to inbound. C.J. McCray. McCray with it. Kinsley.
Hamilton went down.
Yeah. That's going to be on Calabrese. But Anderson hasn't. That's on Calabrese. That's only his second.
Yeah, I thought he got the ball there, though. It was one of those bang-bang plays.
Angle, Zach. Tough angle from where we are, where that play was, but we'll give the ref the benefit of the doubt. So Anderson really struggled in that first half with his free throws, Zach.
Box out!
This is the first, so apologize for the sound here. I think McCray told him to take his time, Zach.
If you're Seymour, make sure you get a body on a man right here.
Make sure you box out!
So Anderson makes the second. 53-52. Crosby, 330.
That's one of their first leads in a while, Good pass.
Kinsley with the foul. That's going to be his fourth.
Well, Kinsley and Anderson were both there. The two players
Yeah.
you do not want to be over there if you're Coach Augielli.
Kinsey with his fourth. He bailed out his buddy Anderson there because that would have been the night for Anderson. So Joey Carfiello to the line to shoot two. Zach, clock stops and you get points on the board. If you're Seymour, this is what you want.
Well, what you really would like is if Anderson had picked up that foul there. But I would continue to go right at Kinsey and Anderson. If you can get one of them out of the game, it'll make the rest of the fourth quarter a whole lot easier.
Carfiello makes the second.
Seymour back in front by one.
Kinsley over to McCray. 3-2. That's going to be Carfiello. That's going to be his fourth.
I thought that was Calabrese on the trip.
Was it Calabrese? No, Carfiello.
No.
It's his fourth.
Robbie is 4-2 now? Do you know? That was on Robbie.
Yeah, his fourth. So a couple key players for both sides with 4 fouls. Coaches keeping them in. Kinsley drives. Stolen by Hamilton.
Make sure you get the ball over.
Anderson reaches. Kinsley steal. Turnover. Joey Carfiello. Rebound Anderson. Just a man among boys here, Zach.
And Kinsley got bailed out by Anderson, though, there, because if he had known Carfiello had 4 fouls, he would have went right at him.
Yeah, I don't think these guys really care about the fouls, Zach. They're just playing hard. Both sides.
Yeah.
Anderson is up on Carfiello.
Anderson's not even playing defense then.
Hamilton with a miss. 55-54. Crosby clinging to a 1-point lead here, Zach.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Benjamin drives. Trap coming. Turnover.
Calabrese got a hand on it.
Wow.
It was made after.
So, time out there by Coach Carfiello. 2:18. Crosby up 1. The Crosby bench looks distraught. Coaches, the assistant coaches, put his hands up and walked away from the huddle. Coach Augielli stays in there. Not sure what they're talking about, but did not look happy from the Crosby bench. Maybe talking about that turnover, Zach. Benjamin dribbled into a double team and then got the ball stripped away.
Yeah, Coach Augielli has been very hard on his freshman point guard, Benjamin, who's been having to play a lot more minutes than he would probably normally play. just because of the foul trouble faced by Crosby. But I will say he has done a great job and shown a lot of heart here as a freshman in a very hard place to play.
Yeah, averages 4 games, so he he hasn't scored much, but yeah, has played. Nice bounce pass there. Carfiello gets it up.
But if you notice, Anderson's not even contesting the shot.
No, he's straight up. I would keep going at him. Keep going at him.
He's not, even on Hamilton's missed layup, he didn't even try to block it.
Yeah. He's just really long, Zach. He's just very long. I mean, his wingspan's got to be 6'8". Sorry for the language. Benjamin with an air ball. Rebound by Kinsey.
I don't know if they know the shot clock didn't reset.
Yeah, I don't think they know. Kinsey with a drive. Stolen by White. Nice job there by White.
And here comes Seymour.
Good job there by Hamilton to bring it out. Good take by Carfiello. Way to recognize, Zach. You're right.
He's not, the past 4 or 5 possessions, every time as when at Anderson, it's been in wide open layup.
58-55, 120 to go here for Seymour. Zach, if you're Seymour, just play straight up D.
Oh, Joey.
That's his 4th, Zach.
It was not. Dino, if this goes to overtime, it's going to be a very, very scary overtime game for one team or maybe both teams.
No, I know, just for people in this area. Thank you. Sorry about the language, folks. So, Zach, what's going on here?
Kickball on number 4, Shane White.
Let's go, D!
So McCray over to Benjamin. Crosby not happy. Benjamin wheels and deals. He hasn't shown. Kinsey pull up off the mark. Washington rebound over to Anderson.
Oh, you got to be careful with Seymour.
So Anderson with the rebound. He's been tough, Zach. Anderson
kept Crosby in the game in the second half.
So 59-58. Crosby goes up 1. Anderson here, the difference in this 4th quarter, Zach, with 7. So
I was gonna say, you want to know what I'm running here out of the timeout?
Well, you got a minute in Connecticut. We have the shot clock, right? So you got to get a bucket, man. I think you got to go to Joey Carfiello here, or you got to take the ball to Anderson.
Wait a minute, is it 59-58 or 57-58? Because we have.
Looks like they corrected the score, 58-57. So Seymour still up 1 here, Zach.
So now I'm holding the ball, actually wasting clock a little bit. I'm running the pick and roll here. You have Hamilton, Calabrese, and White, 2 in the corners, 2 on the wings. No, yeah, 2 in the corner, 1 on the wing. You're going to run a high pick and roll with Robbie and Joey. We'll have Robbie attack, let Joey roll off. You either dump it to him or you kick it to a shooter with about 10-15 seconds left in the shot clock. Get the best shot possible, and hopefully you end up going at Anderson or Kinsey and see if they can pick up their 5th foul and make the rest of the game a lot easier.
So McCray on Carfiello. So interesting here. Full court press. Kinsey riding. He's riding to Carfiello. Looks like a triple team coming. Over to Joey Carfiello. Drives up on Anderson. Throws it up. Got to stop the ball here, Zach. McCray. Nice move. Robbie Carfiello.
Robbie.
Timeout. Good call there, Seymour. I thought there was some contact there.
Wow.
Carfiello tried to get the foul there, Zach.
But that's what the issue was. Normally, Carfiello, Joey, goes to make the shot and not draw the foul. If he made the shot, he would have made the shot because Anderson walked back under the basket, but Carfiello was trying to go into him to draw the foul. But now if you are Crosby, What do you do here, Dino? You're going to try to what? Force the steal, foul right away, save more time. What do
Yeah,
you think?
they're gonna run and jump this sack. So if you're Seymour, you don't need to score, right? You're up. I would actually work the foul. I mean, if you're Crosby, I'm not telling Coach Augielli what to do here. He's a legend, but I would take Anderson and Kinsley out and try to foul, try to get the steal. Put
Off
in
a
your
little
quickest players.
defense, offense.
Yeah, put in your quickest players and try to get that steal here and really put. That's their style, is to get out. So now we know Anderson and Kinsley have 4 fouls each. How aggressive are they going to be? And the refs are going to be looking for the. If you're a ref, 35 seconds left in this game. You do not want this game going to overtime. Any bang bang plays, you're going to call the foul. So if you're Crosby, I would actually take those 2 out
I'd go
and
long.
and they got it. There you go. So McCray, CJ McCray, that's only his second, Zach.
Oh. Honestly, I would have probably inbounded it in front of Kinsey or Anderson then and had them foul.
Yeah. So now
mean-
Seymour gets the ball. Shot clock is turned off. Yeah. So if you're Seymour here, Zach, you don't need to score. You're up 1 with no shot clock. So make these guys timeout by Seymour. I think Crosby wanted the 5 seconds. So
That was close. It was getting
close, yeah. But full timeout Seymour. But Zach, so this is where I think if you were Crosby, you had to get that foul before that. So that's where I would have wanted my fastest players on the court, knowing that you got to get a turnover before the clock resets, right? Because off that foul, then now you lose the advantage of having Seymour to have to take a quick shot or wind that shot clock down. But they give up the home run ball, and now the shot clock's not in your favor.
I honestly think, though, where they're inbounding the ball works a little bit better for, Crosby. If you're Seymour, I'm running someone all the way back and just throwing it to the backcourt to them and making them chase. But if I'm the Crosby coach, I'm pulling out Anderson and Kinsey, and I'm having them look, foul, 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 get into the bonus, sub in Anderson and Kinsey, and then go get Kinsey to hit a 3, Anderson to go out the basket, and do the same thing again and sub. Because if one of those guys fouls out, you know where the ball is going to go if you're Seymour.
Yeah, and I think that foul was up around the 3-point line, and they gave it to him on the baseline. I believe the rules under the free throw line, you go under the baseline. That should have been at the hash mark. So 34.9 here. Seymour up 1. They do not need to score. Just get the ball in. Don't turn the ball over.
Wow.
Foul on Kinsey. That's going to be his 5th, Zach.
That's tough. That was a tough call to make. I don't think it was on Kinsey.
It was
I think they got
Kinsey.
McCray.
No, that's fine. On Kinsey. That's his 5th. Yeah, there was a push from behind.
Well, now Joey's at the free throw line. You need to at least make 1. And if you're Seymour, there's one player out there that you're going to expect to shoot the ball. Who would be your guess,
Well, Anderson's been your go-to guy, but if you're down, it depends, Zach, here, how Carfiello hits these free throws. And he's been very good tonight from the free throw line.
But even if he makes both, I'm still sending Anderson to go right at the rim, potentially get an and 1.
Carfiello makes both. Makes it a 3-point game, Zach. 60 to 57.
I'm Crosby. I'm going right at him, finding Anderson on the post.
Seymour's got 2 fouls to give, though, Zach. McCray dribbles, drives. You do not want an and 1 here, Zach. Washington with the rebound and the putback. Makes it a 1-point game, 60-59 here, 19.5. So big. So now you've got a 1-point lead to your Seymour, and your senior co-captain, tri-captain, leading scorer fouls out. So it looks like Coach Augielli, I think he's going to go small here, Zach, putting in
I think
smaller
so too.
Watson. Jeremiah Watson. Let's see who he replaces, though.
I would assume Anderson would be my guess.
Correct. You got to get. You're fouling as soon as the ball comes in. You're fouling. And you got to. Seymour's got to make their free throws. Hopefully, he's saying that. If you're Seymour, just get the ball in.
Who are you trying to inbound the ball to here if you're Seymour?
I mean, you could use the baseline, right? So I'd put your best free throw shooters up front. He's keeping Anderson in the game, and he takes out Benjamin. So Benjamin to sit. I don't know if I like this.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, how it plays out. But if I am Crosby, I'm not face guarding. I'm keeping him behind. Robbie can easily run.
They're putting them. Yeah, they got one home run. So if you're Seymour, you
Why
do
aren't
not
they fouled?
That's intentional. Pulling his shirt. Looks like there's some miscommunication between the two coaches. So, second foul on Jeremiah Watson.
And it'll be Carfiello again, just like it was about 19 seconds ago.
Makes the first. Big free throw coming up here, Zach.
Yeah!
Misses. White on the ground. Got to get back because Crosby has numbers. They're only down 2, Zach, here. You do not want to give up a 3 or easy. But travel. Oh, big turnover. 61-59. Timeout, Crosby.
Well, that's a play. If Kinsey didn't pick up his 5th foul, I don't know if Watson would have been in there on that play because he wasn't playing
sophomore.
a lot.
Yeah.
They were going with a lineup of Benjamin, Kinsey, Anderson, LePray. Maybe he would have been in. Oh no, in Washington. So it's a tough one if you're Crosby, a tough one to swallow. And Benjamin will check back in.
So, Zach, 61-59 here. Joey Carfiello, unofficially with 30 points here. 50% of the Seymour Wildcat points. A lot of those have come here in the first quarter, but 6 free throws here in the fourth quarter to really keep Seymour alive. And let's see if they can hold it out here to beat perennial powerhouse Crosby here at home. Remember watching Seymour beat Crosby in the MVL tournament a couple years ago. That was a big win for Seymour from a program standpoint. Could this be a repeat of that historic W up at the NVL tournament?
Well, it would also be a huge win for a Seymour team that has looked kind of a shell of themselves from early in the season, and they've been a little struggling, and this will be a huge win for them.
Hold there by Benjamin. Yeah, Hamilton's going to shoot some free throws here.
I don't mind that foul. No time comes off the clock. I mean, puts Hamilton on the line, but you have another full second,
So Seymour clinging to a 2-point lead, 61-59. Less than 7 seconds, 6.8 left here. Logan Hamilton to shoot 2. Seymour student section on their feet here, Zach. Could we call this an upset, Zach, if Seymour holds on to this victory?
This gym has never been that quiet as it was on that free throw. You could hear a pin drop.
So Hamilton misses the first. Off the mark on the second. Anderson has it. 4 seconds. Just stop the ball. Calabrese. McCray with a deep 3.
Oh my God!
McCray with a deep 3.
Heartbreak if you're Seymour.
Wow. C.J. McCray, senior, with a heartbreaker, 3 at the buzzer. Crosby walks out of the Seymour Wildcat gym, 62-61. Zach, we are stunned. Wow. Did he get that off, Zach?
He did. He did.
did.
But I'm just kind of confused as what was going on there if you're Seymour defensively. After you missed the 2 free throws, no one's getting back. You couldn't stop the ball. You dove in for a pass to try to get a steal, allowing McCray to step right into one and make an easy 3. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't try to go for a layup. He had the time because the clock didn't go off until the ball was in the net.
Yeah. Great job by Crosby not to give up. Hitting a 3 at the buzzer. We're stunned here at Seymour. Wow, Zach. Wow, what a game we had here. So Crosby moves to 3-4. Seymour falls to 5-4. There'll be a little bit of a shakeup in the standings. Not an easy run here for Seymour. They head to Holy Cross on Monday, Zach, and then we get them back here on Friday against Torrington High School, who's in tie for first place in the NVL. But great game by Joey Carfiello. Finishes the game with 30. But free throws, Zach, free throws. That's why they're called free.
It's a thorn in the side for both of these teams.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and follow Project Purple Sports on YouTube. And we're back at it next week with a perennial powerhouse in Notre Dame Prep, number 2 team in the state, taking on number 7 Colby Cathedral at University of Bridgeport. So that is it from Seymour, Zach. I don't know. That's a tough way to end the broadcast on.
Yeah, it's normally Seymour on the other side of that hitting game winners. So
thank you for watching, and we'll be back next week.